So here's the roof of the trailer, and these are our two 320 watt solar panels that we installed for a total of 640 watts of power. Cables run down through the refrigerator.
This is the heart of the solar generation kind of setup. So I showed you before that the solar panels were up on the roof. So the solar panels come down and they go into our solar charge controller. This is a TriStar MPPT controller, 60, so it's capable of up to 60 amps. And this thing is awesome. It generates its own web page that we can have go to a wireless router, and we can actually see what our solar panels are generating at any time, and it records it for like 120 days. So this is really cool. So this comes in, this sends power into the batteries, right? So it regulates between different types of charge cycles, charging up the batteries, depending on how full the batteries are of electrical charge. It does it really smart, so they last a long time, and it's great. So that comes in, and then that comes out and it feeds either the 12-volt system all the time, or we have this pure sine wave inverter from Go Power. This is the 200-watt model, and went with this for a number of reasons. First of all, it's pure sine wave, so when you're running it, it's not going to give off any weird noises, high-pitched frequencies, and things like that. The other reason is, from everything I've read, this is the best pure sine wave inverter on the market at 200 watts without going and spending even more money than this one costs. This one is not the cheapest, but it works very, very well. It powers all of our devices. It can power our Vitamix. It can power our Cuisinart. So we can do everything we need to do with this inverter, and that's awesome. So that's really it for the battery side of things. Now we have a shunt back there, and that feeds into the battery monitor that we have inside, and we'll look at that in a second. And then this is just a regular battery charger. So and this is by Go Power as well, but this is connected to the shore power connection. So when we're plugged into regular power at like an RV park or something, that power is not only feeding 120 in the trailer, but it also comes in, it hits this battery charger, and then this then charges up our batteries. So we have two different battery chargers basically here, one for doing solar with, and the other for coming off of shore. And that right there, with the solar panels and then the batteries, are what make this a solar powered trailer. I've got the Wi-Fi set up in here onto that solar charge controller I was talking about earlier. So this will broadcast a web page of what the solar charge controller is actually producing for us in real time. So that's pretty cool. I want to figure out a way to get that broadcast out on the internet, but haven't quite figured that out yet without it endangering the security of the system. So yeah, that's a whole nother issue. Okay, so up here above the pantry, we've got the solar charge controller information. We got the battery monitor here that comes off of that shunt. And so this shows us, like in real time right now, we're at negative 0.5 amps. We've got a fan running. We've got the inverter running. This is the inverter remote control switch, so I can turn it on or off from here. It'll let me know if there's any issues. But now the sun just came back out of a cloud, so now we're producing 6.9 amps of power. We come over here, we're at 99% full on the batteries, and currently we're at 13.2 volts. So pretty cool stuff. Throughout the day we'll come through here and just check on where things at. Since we're at 99% power, everything's hunky-dory. We've got fans running, we've got the laptops plugged in, charging up. We're producing plenty of energy. And then later on at night, we'll just keep an eye on this. It's kind of neat to have.